Okay, so this video, I'm going to show you how to get this pattern on the fit model. So by now you should have watched my video about how to prepare your 2D for 3D. And then you should have also watched the video about how to import your 2D pattern into 3D. So that's the step I'm at right now. I have my pattern, here it is on the floor. I've had my fit model. I've identified that I'm going to use denim fabric. So now I'm ready to go to actually get this dress on our fit model to see how it fits. So this is actually kind of fun and I think kind of easy. You just start here on the left side and you kind of work your way to the right is really how it goes. So the first step here, which is already highlighted, which is nice, it's our panel placement. Right here, enable arrange toolbar, fine. And we're going to arrange our pattern pieces, right? Okay, so that's click. So I'm just gonna go to the next one where it says panel placement because we need to place these pieces on our fit model. So let's click that guy. And this window pops up. Here's our model. Okay, so I can either manually click a piece here and see how front came up, or I can use from the drop-down menu and pick a piece. So yeah, let's start with front. Why not? And then all I have to do is click on the model where I want it. And look at that, it showed up right in the middle, smack in the middle, clicked where I clicked. If I wanted it lower, I click lower on her body. Now, maybe you guys notice a little problem that my dress is going sideways. So all I have to do is just rotate it here. Yeah, that looks good. Let's do the next piece. I think if I hit this arrow, it goes to the next one, or again, I could have done the back, whatever. But you see the back one got selected, so the back is now selected. Now, if I click in the same spot, it also puts it, check this out, on the front of my model, right? But I want her on the back. So if you forget what I'm gonna tell you, there's this nice note here. Note, left click for front, right click for back. Okay, so on my mouse, instead of left clicking, I'm gonna right click. Hey, that seemed to solve it. Awesome. Cool. Okay. We also have the rotation problem, so I'm gonna rotate it. Great. And you know what, maybe I'll bring it a little lower. Oops, you know, I think it's gonna unrotate it if I do that. Yeah, it did. That's okay. Oh my gosh, it's so low. You know what, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna get out of my panel placement window and I'm going to scoot to the next tool, which is our move. I'm going to have fun playing with these little boxes, see if you can kind of get control. I think just a little practice will help with it. Why don't I just start with this one? So I'm going to select the back one. I can tell it's selected because it's highlighted, it's pink. And it has this cool little arrow thing. So the red arrow can make our pattern piece go up and down. So probably, I guess, about here. The green one, you know, let's see if I go to the back. Another cool tool is just, if I just click this, it just really quickly brings the model straight front, straight back, you know, to the side, top view, bottom view. So sometimes this is a little faster if you get kind of like crazy on this wheel and you're like having trouble getting back. Just go back view real quick. Okay, so the green one goes left and right. So you just kind of want to center it as best you can. And I'm just going to kind of scoot it. And then we have this awesome blue one, the Z. So I guess this is an axis. Maybe you guys learned this in geometry. I'm not sure. But X goes up and down, Y goes left and right, and Z is the 3D part where it goes in and out, I guess. That's the best way me, the fashion teacher, can explain it to you. Okay, cool. So I think it looks pretty good. The front one's kind of right on. I don't even think I need to play with the Z axis thing there. I think it's good to go. So I like the way it's placed. So I'm done moving it. I don't need to rotate anything. I'm ready to cruise to the stitch toolbar. So I'm done with this toolbar. I'm going to click this button. And now it's going to get my stitching tools ready so I can sew it up, right? Okay, cool. So I think it knows automatically to sew these two darts together because I can see they're both green. Here, yeah, and look, you know what? Let's go check out my model. I'm going to hit front view. Look at that. See, it even has stitch lines there. Those little green lines means it's going to sew it up. So that was kind of cool thing about having the darts is that the 3D knew to automatically sew it up. So I don't even have to tell it to sew those darts. So that's good. And then here I have this little seam, which now has to get sewn here to the side seam. So again, my notch worked out nicely. And because I'm going to hold shift and I can also click the other side. I hope I'm clicking the right side. Let's find out. Okay, so anyways, you want to select your two seams. Maybe let's see if I zoom in a hair. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I can either select it here on the model. Now, make sure it's selected. Look for it for the color pink. And then if you notice, if I click the other side, this one got unselected, right? So to select two seams at the same time, this is also very similar to Illustrator. How do you think I can select two at the same time without deselecting one? If you thought to hold Shift, you're correct. Look at that. They're both selected. So you can either select it here or select it on the model, whatever's easier for you. They're both selected. So now I tell the computer I want it to sew it together. So all I have to do is hit the letter S. And now it knows, okay, we're going to sew you together. I think you can also maybe go up here. Oh yeah, you guess you can click that button too, but trust me, hitting the letter S is way easier. It's not that hard to remember. Okay, I'm going to click this guy. I'm going to hold Shift S. Okay, a student drafted this pattern. I don't know if it was trued up properly because I'm worried that this hem's going to be a little shorter when the dart gets closed. That's okay. Okay, we can fix that later. Okay, so I'm gonna, this side gets sewn here to this side. I'll turn her around so we can see that. There we go. And I'm gonna kind of zoom in with my mouse. Okay. Okay, and let's hit S because it's selected. Yep, there we go. And then I'm gonna pick the rest of the side seam. Oh, I didn't select it. I was close, but I didn't select it. So I'm gonna select that again, hold Shift. Okay, they're both selected, hit S. And now I have to do the shoulder seam. So this shoulder is going to get sewn to this shoulder, I believe. S. Let's double check that worked. Yeah. And this guy is going to get sewn here, S. Cool. I think that's it. The armholes are just going to be, you know, no sleeves. The hem's fine. The neckline's open. Okay. So I believe we're done. I'm not going to worry about stitch and edge properties. I've been using this tool already a ton. I didn't have to worry about reverse stitching for this, and I don't need to delete anything. It all works out. So I'm done. So I'm going to cruise over to the next toolbar, which is draping it. This is where the computer's actually going to sew it all together and have your fabric fall. So let's open that up. Okay, if we had some internals, which I don't believe we do, I guess you would click that first, but this is pretty simple. So let's just go over to Drape without gravity. So it's kind of just floating there. It sewed all our lines together. Now, again, I believe the student drafted this to fit a different fit model, and I don't have that fit model on this computer, so it's probably, it looks like it's gonna be a little big, but that's okay. And also, it looks like I placed it too high because it's trying to sew it between her arms. So, you know what I might do is I might go back to panels, the arrange one, toolbar. And maybe I will do my move. Oh, yeah, we can erase my drape. That's fine. Yes, get rid of it. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you down. Oh, let's get the red arrow. So let's go under her arm, and then now I'm gonna go to her front. I just clicked that button right there. That was a little quicker. Get that red arrow. Oh, it's bringing it back because the back's selected. So I need to select the front now. So all I have to do to select the front is just click it. There's my red arrow. Okay, let's see if this works now. I don't know. Let's see. Did I bring the back too far? I think the back's way too low. I'm going to select the back. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. Okay, hopefully that's better. I hope so. Let's find out. Let's go back to the sew tool. Okay, all my stitching's still there. So now let's go back to draping. Let's try this again. Yeah, didn't sew through her arm. That's always good, right? Yay. Okay, it looks pretty good. So I think I'm gonna add gravity. Let's see how your fabric kind of changes. Cool. That looks pretty good. So again, like I said, it's a little big. This is denim fabric, so that's how it's draping accordingly, apparently. Should I have fun and try to change the fabric to see if it looks any different? I'm going to zoom in on her. Dun, 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 dun. You can see there's like kind of weird drapes on the side there. Obviously it's too big around her armhole. It's too big on her in general, but it's kind of cool, these like little drapes you get, how it's like, it looks pretty structured. Okay. If I go to cloth, fabric settings, material, I guess I will select self. It's the only material I have. All of it's now selected. You can see it's denim. What if I hit load and maybe a jersey fabric, like might look pretty different. Like, or spandex or something. Here, jersey poly spandex. Oh, let's see, try that. Open. Oh yeah, open. Okay, and then you just X out. You know, I guess there's all these different things you can change. It's too much for today, so just X out. And then I think you have to like click it, and it kind of, maybe we just hit redrape again with gravity. Let's see. Yeah, see how it's changing? Whoa, the structure is gone. It's falling to the ground. So let's zoom out and see if it looks any different. So it kind of hangs different. You know, maybe you can take a screenshot and see the difference. That's sort of fun to play with. It's just how different fabric reacts to the same pattern. Okay, great. Yeah, so there you are. That's really the end of this video. We just, we placed, we sewed, and we draped. We had a little fun with fabric. So go to the next video to learn how to properly save your file.